My name's Dave DeBow, founder of MoneyPartnerFormula.com, and this show is built for everyday real estate investors who are actively doing deals and looking to scale using other people's money. So if you're an active real estate investor and you want to get featured on this show to talk about your own real estate and capital raising experiences, then just go to daveinterviewsyou.com. Now let's get rolling with this episode, and remember to subscribe for daily interview content. Hey folks, welcome back. Today, an exciting guest zooming in from sunny Philadelphia. I don't know if it's sunny or not today, Shawn, but zooming in from Philadelphia, we have Shawn Lowery. And Shawn is a real estate syndicator. He does multifamily properties. I like the asset class. He's focusing on smaller properties. So I believe it's in the 5 to 50 unit range. And he's got some very unique ways of generating interest from limited partners. We'll be talking about that. So Shawn, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Dave. Great to be here. Appreciate it.
Hey, man. So give us a little snapshot of what your portfolio looks like. Early days, 2025. How many units, how many properties, where are they located?
Most are in suburban Philadelphia. I like to stay close to home. 97 doors currently, and that's, as a sponsor, there's a percentage of each building. There's only one that I own outright myself, but everything has been through raising private capital to buy everything that's in my portfolio, and all within about at most a 2-hour drive from home.
Very good. So how many different properties do you own right now?
There is I'll just rattle off. It's a 1, a 4, a 6, an 8, a 14, a 15, and a 49.
Okay. And it all adds up to 90.
It
all adds up to 97. And you got those?
I think it does. Double check. Yeah.
That was too fast for my brain.
Did you get that?
Sounds about right to me. Awesome. So we were talking a little bit before we hit record. And at this stage, you're a very hands-on operator. So you're involved in all stages of the deal, finding the properties, due diligence, raising the capital, closing on the properties, managing the tenants, the whole kind of bit. So tell me a little bit about what that looks like for you.
Well, I chose that initially just because I wanted to get my hands in every pot. I wanted to know what it was like, and I figured through that firsthand experience, it would allow me to narrow my focus over time. Admittedly, I'd love to accelerate towards what I want to focus on. So the concept of building a more permanent team is top of my mind this year. But yeah, it's been, I started as an LP and raising capital for others, having no clue what I was doing. If I was doing it legally or not, I just did it. I was happy to get involved. But I wanted to focus quickly on the co-GP side. So that's where I focused I was LP one deal. That's fine. And then there were co-GP opportunities just through people that I got to know over time. And that really was the light bulb for me, is let me focus on that space, and then just quickly jumped into my own deals.
So the deals that you're talking about, those are not co-GP deals, or are they some co-GPs?
Well, I mean, I consider myself the lead sponsor on all, but the 49 unit was one from a long time ago. So I own a portion of that. But that one is, I'm a co-GP, but there's others that are more actively involved in that one. Everything else has been from my sourcing and bringing it all together, orchestrating the whole deal to this day. So yes, I do have some that I have third-party management, and so I have 19 units that I self-manage that are left, and the rest are third-party. So I've done it both ways as well.
So you're looking to add on to the team, create a team this year. What's the first thing that you want to delegate to somebody else?
Yeah, that's a great question. Still getting clarity, but what I already have delegated, like I have a commercial broker that he's in the trenches, cold calling. So it's just one opportunity for sourcing deals where he'll bring me deals through his prospecting efforts, and then within a day I'll get my feedback to him and submit an offer. So that's led to the 15 unit deal through him, and we're looking for more. I have a friend of mine that is our recent deal that closed last month, the 8 units, where he and I are kind of asset managing together, and it's kind of like playing good cop, bad cop as we transition through increasing rents and through that. So it's like let me get my feet wet with him and sharing that role, and it's been really good. It's only been a month, but it's been good. So really where I find my strengths to be are the capital raising, investor relations, and the asset management side of things. where I'm looking for opportunities to attract individuals would be through the acquisition. I certainly have done that.
Hmm.
Most of mine have come through other real estate agent connections. So, like, what I can control is getting into offices, educating agents on how to work with investors, how to analyze small multifamily deals, just so they don't say no and pass on
Hmm.
those. So that'd be a way for me to maybe get opportunities to acquire. But otherwise, I'm gonna rely more on my broker channel and my friend who's asset management is also a commercial broker, and he's prospecting. So he's prospecting. We're starting a direct mail campaign looking with that, but it's the asset management, the investor side is what I really enjoy, which surprised me, but that's just natural for me to come from integrity and look out for their best interests. Not say it's easy, but it's a space that I want to focus more of my energy on, is that capital raise and
Yeah.
then the
So
asset,
speaking of
the
that, you
oversight. Yeah.
yeah, speaking of that, I was poking around a little bit. You've got a YouTube channel going, and something piqued my curiosity is that you were doing this like no alcohol challenge thing, and I didn't quite get it till I watched some of the videos. So tell us a little bit about that, and then we'll talk a little bit about what kind of impact that's had.
Yeah, I'm a big believer. What's worked well for me to take more action than I would otherwise is accountability. And there's usually something on the line. Usually it's just money. If I don't show up and do what I said I was going to do today, I owe someone $200 or $50. So every week I'm always resetting that. The alcohol thing, I mean, alcohol is it's uh, something I enjoy. So I wanted to take something away from my life that I enjoy. So I did it first in 2021, and it was through that process that another agent friend that I had just gotten to know. She's like, "Wait a second, you're not drinking? I need to find something for you." So she actually brought a 14 unit to me that I closed on in 2021, and I decided let's do it again. And I do that also for health reasons. I'm like, I just want to make sure I have a healthy respect for alcohol.
Yeah.
This time, I didn't expect it to take eight and a half. It was March 1st of last year through the middle of January of this year. So and about in the fall, I'm like, you know what, let me just document this. I like posting content, and that was a very natural thing for me to bring people along for that. I think most people that reached out to me had chosen sobriety and thought I was doing the same. So I wasn't intending to mislead people, but it was fun to post every day. A, to post every day, and I had money on the line for that, and then B, to just share an authentic message that felt right. Sometimes posting content feels like it's forced. This was very natural for me, and my kids were in support of it too, which was kind of cool.
So basically, what you said was, I'm not going to have a drop of booze until I close on a deal of a certain size. I think was it 5 to 50 units?
Yeah,
Is that what
I
you
think
said?
I started with 15 plus units, and I honestly ratcheted it back to 5 plus units about halfway through. Like I gotta
I,
increase my odds a little bit. All right, so I cheated a bit, but yeah,
all right,
I
so
went
good.
that. Yeah,
So you like to have a wobbly pop every once in a while. You took that away, and you said, I'm not going to have anything until I close on my next deal.
yep,
And that happened, as you said, it took 8.5 months. And then tell me about the daily posting the video. What did that look like? How long were these videos? What did you talk about? What time would you do them? How, did you just do them on your phone, just do them raw, or did
yeah,
you do all sorts of editing and stuff like that? Just to give me an
sure.
idea.
Yeah, pretty much on my phone every time, and it would be mixed. Sometimes I would be out maybe looking at my other properties, and I would just snap a bunch of videos, and I would use UCut on my phone or
Hmm.
Opus Clip if I took a longer video and just do a voiceover. That's typically how it became. So a minute or less. It was always shorts or reels, kind of bite size, and then I
Yeah.
use Opus Clip to kind of get it out to the different platforms. I would just kind of mix and match. I wouldn't do the same. I wouldn't do every platform every day, but that was and it wasn't the same time every day. Sometimes it'd be
Whenever it
10
happened.
o'clock and
Yeah.
I'm falling asleep. I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot I had to get back up and do it. Otherwise, I would owe, I think it was 250 or $500 every day that was on the line. So that was like added accountability to make sure. I know it's crazy, but it works for me. So
You know what? I'm laughing, Sean, because many years ago I did something similar because a number of us were having a few wobbly pops and we looked around and we realized we were a bunch of fat, you know what's, and we decided, hey, enough's enough. We got to lose some weight. So we did a same kind of challenge, called it the Fat Bastards Club. And the deal was we all set a target for what we wanted to weigh in 6 months. So we gave ourselves 6 months to get down to our target weight. Unfortunately, most of us had no idea how much we really weighed day one, and our target weights were way out of whack with how fat we actually were. So we had to lose a lot more weight than we thought we did. But the consequences were that if we didn't hit our goal, we had to chip in $1,000 into the pot, and everybody who did get the goal, hit the goal, got to split that up. Plus, whoever didn't hit the goal had to eat a can of dog food in front of the others, and that was worse than the
Yes.
$1,000. And
That's yeah.
then we
Yeah,
had
that's the
it. We
thing.
had
I
to
mean,
we had to roll over for another 6 months. So,
did some
yeah,
some of your friends drop out of that, or that's the thing
yeah,
that I've realized.
yeah,
Yeah, some
yeah. One
people.
guy, one guy was good to go, and then he ghosted us after about a month. Everybody else stuck with it. One guy didn't make it at the 6 month mark. In fact, he just said screw it and threw in his $1,000 and chowed down a can of dog food in front of us. I didn't make it the second 6 months. I was off by 5 pounds, which really ticked me off. But so I had to chow down a can of dog food and throw in a
Well, I don't
thousand.
envy you. Yeah, I'm not sure about adding that one, but that's a good one. I like it.
Oh, it's a motivator,
Yeah,
man. Yeah,
yeah.
it's good. Anyhow, let's get back on track here. I love what you're doing there. So what did that actually do for you? That daily posting of a little short video, what, if any, impact did that have on you, your reach, your platform, connecting with people?
It took a while. I didn't see any even comments or many likes at first. I didn't come with a specific goal in mind outside. I
Mm.
was looking to get more into the habit of posting content. So and I know as you can appreciate, or anybody that is looking to attract capital or make your friends and family and others aware of what you're doing. I figured this is a
Yeah.
great way to do it. So I think that's the main reason why I want to make this more of a consistent habit in my life. And I'd love it to be authentic. And sometimes I would struggle to think about what do I post today. So this made it very easy.
Yeah. Yeah. You always got something to talk about. Cool. And so at the end of all of that time, and how many videos did you end up posting?
I think I
Every,
started the videos in September. I was out playing disc golf with my son, and I'm like, let me just start today. And we just did it. And the first one got a really good response. But what I noticed was it was more like I would bump into a friend at an event or somewhere, and they would say, "Hey, I saw," like it was that kind of people
yeah.
notice.
Yeah.
And it led to like some of those individual. It's like I can't pinpoint. I had some new limited partners that I had initial consults with, and I'm like, I bet you it was because of that, or some of them would mention that. So it was kind of goofy, but you know what? It's what I did,
It
and
was
I think,
different.
yeah, yep.
Yeah. So speaking of finding limited partners and raising capital, what are you doing these days? What do you find works well for you for connecting with potential investor partners?
Referrals first and foremost,
Yeah.
and just asking for referrals, obviously. But it's events. So I host about quarterly. I'll do an in-person. I'll do webinars. Not quite every month in between. That's certainly the goal. So there's some consistency opportunities to improve upon. But I think from a thought leadership standpoint, like just I use that's a Joe Fairless kind of term, but like that concept makes a lot of sense to me. It's just share my knowledge and bring in people that like yourself into my world to share your just through that compound effect. It's I get 30 to 50 people come to these in-person meetups and they're great events.
Okay. So you've started your own meetup and you get together. Did you say quarterly? Is that what you?
Quarterly, but
Yeah.
again, just to be candid, it's like it's not as consistent as it will be down the road. I say
Yeah.
quarterly is the goal, and sometimes it might be a couple more months longer than that, but you get the gist. Usually
Yeah. I
three to
get the
four
gist.
events
All
a
right. So
year that I've
what's
done.
your meetup about?
Passive investing, just educating people on the benefits of passive investing. So I'll usually have a special guest or a panel that comes in for folks that are involved in what we're doing. Could be from an active standpoint or a passive standpoint.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've had my accountant come in. I just various folks that are experts in the space. I'll share my perspective
Mhm.
on the benefits at the beginning of each session. But it's mainly for the networking too. So it's
Yeah.
maybe a two to 2.5 hour session. I have food, I have beverages, and then an hour of presentations. The rest just mingling. That's where the power is.
Yeah, for sure. So how do you get cheeks and seats for these kind of meetups?
Just basic marketing, social media marketing. I have a database now of between 300 and 400 specific to my investor database. Not
Hmm.
everyone has invested with me, of course, but those are
Yeah,
folks that I've had
prospects.
conversations with.
Yeah.
But that's the main. I'll blast out an email with some nice looking marketing, and I'll usually get 20 people to sign up day one. Other than that, it's through word of mouth, social media,
And
and
Meetup itself, right?
yeah, I do. Yep, or Eventbrite, but one of those platforms.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's of the I might invite up to 70 people to sign up, and 40 to 50 will show up. So
Yeah.
that's
That's pretty good. That's
it's a
pretty
good
normal.
event. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good enough crowd.
Oh, that's fantastic. That is really smart. Now, do you do the same thing for the webinars?
Webinar is yeah, similar. Like I'll do an event on Facebook. I'm not sure how effective that actually is. It's
Mhm.
mainly through my database where I'll get most people to sign up just using a Zoom link, a Zoom meeting
Yeah.
link.
So that's smart. So you've got a combination of live in-person events, give or take every quarter, and then in between those, you do a Zoom event, a webinar, an online
Yep.
presentation of some sort.
Then I take that Zoom and put it into Opus Clip, and then it chops it up for
Slice
me,
and
and now I have
dice.
bite-sized
And
pieces.
now you
Yeah.
got some
Yep.
content there.
Yep.
Very, very smart. What are the plans for the rest of this year, Shawn?
Well, the goal is we are starting a direct mail campaign coupled with a prospecting campaign, my friend and I, for 5 to 30 unit property owners
Mhm.
around where we live. And then still keeping in contact with the commercial brokers that I've developed relationships with. Analyze. I have another friend that underwrites with me. He'll get it to about 75%. Then I can judge. That saved me a lot of time
Mhm.
too. So it's like I've made the initial steps of forming a team where it's helpful to save some time. The biggest thing for me was making a decision. Was fear. I would bump in. I would get to like I'm there, but then what if? So having that other voice, the other set of eyes to review the underwriting with, that's made a big difference. Having
Yeah,
someone that complements my personality style has made a big difference to just make a decision and make the call back to the broker. So yeah, it's helped me. It's helped me. I'm getting to the point where I want to stay in where I'm most comfortable and confident, and then keep filling in those gaps.
that is wonderful, Shawn. Well, I wish you the best of luck in the rest of 2025. If people would like to connect with you and find out more, if they only had one place to go, where would you send them?
I would take a look at the YouTube page, which is Timber Run Capital, and through there you can find all my other ways to get a hold of me. But that has the whole suite of content that I posted over the past couple of years, and I'd be happy to connect.
Awesome. Well, it's been a lot of fun. Thanks for being on the show, Shawn.
Dave, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
All right, everybody, take care, and we will see you on the next episode. Hey there, I really hope you enjoyed that episode. And as always, if you want to listen to more daily interview content, make sure you subscribe. And if you're an active real estate investor and you're doing deals and you'd like to get featured on this show, then just head over to daveinterviewyou.com. Now, at moneypartnerformula.com, we help real estate investors to create a process for predictably getting capital so they can do more deals without relying on hard money lenders or the banks. We do this by building them a private capital marketing system. Now, if you want help turning yourself into a big money capital attraction machine, then book a call with our team to see how we can help. Just visit moneypartnerformula.com to find out more. All right, take care, and we'll see you on the next interview.